If you were a Titanoboa and just opened your eyes from the chaos, you'd feel the surroundings unbearably crowded, as if dozens of slippery, slimy things were crawling wildly on your body. Another snake coil popped out, and your mother, who brought you and your siblings into this world, seemed to be leaving just like that. As a snake, you didn't seem surprised at all. You struggled with all your might to break free from the swarm of siblings. But one of them was especially clingy. No matter how hard you tried, you couldn't shake it off. You turned your head and saw it was still twitching, with a few others already dead beside it. But before you could feel sorrow for them, you saw your mother had turned back. Oh my God, your mother was nothing like other serpent horses. She was so ruthless. She devoured each of the dead siblings one by one, and even muttered melts in your mouth. Frightened, you fled at once. Your siblings scattered in all directions. There wasn't even time to say goodbye. And so begins your solo journey once again. At birth, your body was only 1.5 meters long and weighed less than 10 jin. With full curiosity, you examined this strange new world. As a newborn Titanoboa, you were destined to become one of the most terrifying snakes of all time. Of course, a heads up, to survive in this cruel world, you must begin to show your deadly predator instincts and prove yourself a fearsome hunter. With no mercy. It has now been 10 million years since the extinction of the dinosaurs. In what is now called Colombia, hot and humid, tropical rainforest, to some creatures, it may be unbearable and scorching. But for you, a cold-blooded animal ruled by nature, this place is simply the perfect habitat. You wanted to hunt for food, but you couldn't be careless. After all, you were still just a little one. Your tongue keenly sensed potential prey ahead, a fluffed-up critter. Though merely an appetizer, it was still safe enough for now. You quietly moved through the tall grass, as your big mouth readied for attack, but it always leapt away and escaped. You soon realized that your body was better suited for constricting prey, rather than relying on speed. What's that sound? A Purosaurus suddenly appeared in front of you. He must have thought himself incredibly lucky to come across such a plump, juicy snack, and lunged at you fiercely, biting down hard. You struggled desperately, trying to avoid his snapping jaws. It's over, it's over. You might be saying goodbye, folks. You were so scared, you pooped. Hey, congratulations. The situation turned around. Your poop, mixed with uric acid, hydrogen sulfide, and fermented intestinal bacteria, emitted an intensely pungent smell, which strongly irritated the smell-dependent Purosaurus, making him instantly nauseous and think you were filthy. So he turned and left. You were a bit embarrassed, but it meant you lived another day. You decided to go wash off in the river. Though that escape method was dirty, it definitely worked. You felt pretty good, even somewhat relieved. As a Titanoboa, you were also a semi-aquatic animal with excellent swimming ability. Your green skin allowed you to blend perfectly into the murky waters. Occasionally, you surfaced to take a deep breath of oxygen and maybe grab a nap. After a short rest, you felt hungry and decided to go fishing. The sensory pits on your lower jaw allowed you to sense that prey was approaching, and it was a lavish feast. A big, long lungfish. You waited quietly for it to swim closer, then dived into the water headfirst, first driving a sharp fang deep into the unguarded lungfish body, sinking it into its side. The fish struggled desperately, but the more it struggled, the deeper the barbed teeth dug in. Locking it firmly in place, you used your teeth to hold it. Hold him. Wrap your massive body around this violently thrashing fish, tightening more and more, squeezing his body hard, until his heart feels like it's going to burst. Then comes the suffocation. The struggle gradually weakens. It's meal time. You open your mouth wider than ever before. Flexible bones allow you to swallow the entire fish in one go. He's even wider than your body, so you're quite full. It will take weeks or even months to digest such a feast. The stomach acid will slowly digest the food. His skin, bones, and everything else will all melt away. If the food is very large, this process might take a whole year. And so a year has passed. Your body has reached 5 meters in length, still a young Titanoboa. Today you happen to be soaking in the river. A Titanoboa swims past you. That beauty just now was breathtaking. You couldn't help but follow her. On the shore, You realize you're not the only one who wants to court the beautiful snake. You have many competitors. Although you are still young, you believe you're the best. You won't lose to them. One snake has already succeeded. You and the remaining guys don't want to give up this chance. All want to get closer to the beautiful snake, but you've fallen behind. You regret not running away sooner. Looks like I'm still too young. I still need more experience. After all, I wasn't born that early. You strive to improve yourself, growing even larger. Now you're as long as a small car. Roughly 10 meters or so, weighing several hundred kilograms. Already one of the top predators in this water area. Your prey includes large fish, giant crocodiles, and powerful turtles. One day, while lying in wait for food near the shore, a turtle walks into your sight. It's bigger than an average living room sofa, covered in a shell as hard as rock. Normally, you don't like eating it much, but today, you feel like trying it. You bite into the turtle with your teeth. But your teeth do it no harm. So you wrap your whole body around it. With a force of 2,000 newtons per square meter, that pressure is enough to crush a small car. As a result, the turtle's shell cracks open. You swallow it whole, shell and all, stuffing it into your highly elastic throat. Soon, in the middle of your body, a bulge the size of a living room sofa appears. You're stuffed. It'll take a long time to digest. In this state, you're quite vulnerable, easily targeted by other predators. You stick out your tongue, sensing the scent of a terror lizard. Sure enough, it has its eyes on your tail. Normally, you would wrap your massive body around it, crushing it completely. But today, there's a giant turtle stuffed in your belly, making movement difficult. The terror lizard bites your tail. At this critical moment, you unleash another special move. You spit out the turtle you just swallowed. Now you feel much better, and your mobility is restored. The terror lizard knows it's no match for you, so it releases your tail and flees quickly, thinking it's unlucky to run into such a filthy creature. What bad luck. In the following years, you mainly survive on dead fish, keeping your distance from the opposite sex. Life isn't too bad. But one day, something changes. The male snakes and female snails all start acting strange, as if something's been added to the water. Suddenly, you feel a strong attraction, like you two were made for each other, destined to be together. And not just you, all the male snakes feel it too. A chaotic battle begins. All the males pile onto that purple snake, pushing and smashing each other, twisting and coiling, rolling all around. It's like a wild snake party. You all form a giant, a massive snake ball, frantically squeezing together. This situation can last for several weeks. If you can't understand this behavior, just take a quick look. Eventually, one male will succeed in mating, and that guy is the boss. He no longer emits that alluring chemical. Soon after, you all go your separate ways. Seems like you're not the family type. Just like your dear old mother. Now you start reflecting on your life. It hasn't always been glorious, but you've made a pretty good living. You've tasted top predators. You're one of the largest snakes the earth has ever seen. And you've left behind a few pouches, even though you've never seen them. So what's next in your life? Keep going forward. The Titanoboa grows all its life. The longer it lives, the more successful it becomes, the bigger it grows. Now, you prefer staying in water, because on land, your massive body consumes a lot of energy. The water helps offset some of it. You're about to go down for a soak, when suddenly, you sense danger approaching. That annoying smell of madness again. Your feud has lasted from childhood till now. It's time to settle the score. After all, he embarrassed your younger self many times. He charges in from the riverbank. You're ready to fight at any moment, but your reaction is slower than expected. That's the point, a double result of age and environment. His sword-like teeth suddenly bite into you. You're injured. You begin to strike back, wrapping your tail around him. You start to squeeze tighter. A battle carved in legend. You coil closer and closer. In the ancient rainforest, a giant, beastly duel unfolds, rolling over and over, biting and tearing only one can survive. On land, you're at a disadvantage, but you give it your all, dragging both of you into the water. The wound on your neck spills. Copious amounts of blood. One of your ribs is broken, shattered under your pressure. He struck you fiercely with his tail, but you remained unmoved. In the end, he still lost. Normally speaking, such intense fear is rare for you. But this time, you decided to taste your enemy. You subdued him and forced him down your throat. But halfway through, you felt something was wrong. His claws tore through your stomach. Your body stretched to the limit, making the previous wound tear even wider. You realized the danger, but it was already too late. This was a battle with no victor.